Okay, so I listened to the Supreme Court this morning related to Louisiana, and they were doing redistricting, which a lot of people are saying that that's cheating that's going on. And so they're trying to, what they call it, diluting the vote. And so I guess I see it both ways. And so they're referencing Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act. It says Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act of 1965 prohibits voting practices or procedures that discriminate on the basis of race, color, or membership in one of the language minority groups identified in Section 4F2 of the Act. Most of the cases arising under Section 2 since the enactment involve challenges to at-large election schemes, but the section's prohibition against discrimination in voting applies nationwide to any voting standard, practice, or procedure that results in the denial or abridgment of the right of any citizen to vote on account of race, color, or membership in a language minority group. Section 2 is a permanent and has no expiration date, as do certain other provisions of the Voting Rights Act. Now, I was thinking about this, and I thought, well, it very well may be what the Supreme was referenced to the Supreme Court was when they left things how it was in this part in Louisiana. Then the politicians in district got seated in politicians that might not be voted in, which that could be I can't even say it, a minority person seated in. And now there was a woman, I was living in a majority area of the Midwest, and so there was a minority woman that moved up to the Midwest, and she got voted in with absolutely no problems. She just moved to that area, and she got voted in. So it seems to me that a lot of it is political, and with the redistricting, and it's related to getting people of minority demographics into politics who have a hard time getting in. Now, the thing is, how do we get the country to stop discriminating women and vote for a female? The country itself is actually discriminating when it comes to voting. How do you get the country to stop violating the Voting Rights Act of Section 2? How do you get the country to vote in a female for president? I mean, it almost seems next to impossible. Related to demographics, so if we apply that methodology to the 1965 Voting Rights Act, we can't get a woman elected as president.